Okay.
Right.
So I think we're live. I hope.
Oh, you don't have a window rigged up so you can see yourself?
No.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I just see myself in OBS, but I mean, I don't.
Well, I mean to make sure you're live.
Uh, no, I don't have YouTube open or anything.
Oh, you don't come prepared?
How can you be prepared with all that convoluted like YouTube beta live shit?
Oh, I don't know.
That shit is redonkulous, man. It's for stupido.
Yeah. Well, it says you're live.
Okay. Either way, we're talking to ourselves, right?
Yeah, I don't know why you're all crackly.
Yeah, I noticed that when Ben came on.
Oh, okay, so it's not me.
No.
What's crack-a-lacking? Your ears.
Yeah. I don't know if there's too much I could do about that. The only I don't even dare try that Discord.
Mm, yeah, unless we want to be a bunch of talking robots.
Right.
So,
Well, you can't even hear it now. It's like they downgraded us to. Oh, you just can't hear.
mm. So what's Ian been up to?
Oh, not a whole lot. What have you been up to, sir?
Oh, about the same. Work, work, work.
Yeah. Working for the
Um,
man every night and day.
Pretty much. It's peak season, pretty much. um, all the departments are, spend the money we have before we lose it. So shit's coming in left and right,
Yeah.
and everybody's taking off early. So we got to rush, rush, rush to get it to them before they fucking leave.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, but I was telling Ben before we came on the show, it's double XP week on Fallout, and I just realized that. So let's hurry up get this over with. I finally,
Yeah.
the last week or so, I finally have made myself unover encumbered. Like, it's a very limiting problem, and I have not been not encumbered since the beta. Like, well, the very first time I played, I could fast travel. Ever since then, nope. Had too much shit.
That sucks. Yeah, we got to. I'm sure we both have some of the same articles tonight.
Yeah, and I saw a couple of your battle stations. It's a good thing I sent myself like 5. It's like, maybe
Yeah.
this is overkill. And I saw yours. It's like, nope. He wouldn't have that. Yes, he did. Anyway, but before we get into all of that, you know how we start this show. I got a question.
Oh, you got a question, huh?
Uh huh.
You got. You ask too many questions.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
I don't give a fuck.
Soda Talk with Frank and Ian.
Yep. Yulp.
Yep, yep. So what's Ian drinking on?
I'm drinking on one of these lime flavored energy Rip It drinks. I don't know if you've ever seen any of these or tried them.
No, never heard of it. Are they any good?
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Who the hell?
It's,
Rip it? Who makes that?
I don't know. It's just some kind of brand. I'm surprised you haven't seen it at Kroger's or anything.
No. Looks like a Big
Uh,
Lot brand.
yeah. It's
Is that
something
in the
like that.
same aisle as the Larry the Cable Guy beef jerky?
Yeah.
Is that all you got though?
It was next to the Fago.
Uh, are
I
you
got
down with the
that.
clown?
Yeah. ICP, baby. No, I really don't. Haven't listened to them in forever. I don't even know if they're still making music or not.
I mean, sure. I had friends who were way into them in high school, and then they stopped giving a fuck.
Right. And then I got another green drink, which is apple. Apple Gatorade.
Oh, hey, I got some of that apple too, but I'm gonna wait for you to finish what you got. Go ahead.
Okay, and then just toilet water.
So I've got my Mountain Dew Ice because I realized I had a couple cans, and I'm like, well, I don't. The stuff I have now, I don't know how caffeinated it is, and I gotta have the caffeine, dog. So I'm gonna drink the other stuff, and then see how this affects me. Watered down Mountain Dew Ice isn't that bad. I've had worse. I also got for the sake of the show, and also my attempt to be a completionist and drink everything on this fucking shelf of the soda department. This is a 79-cent glass bottle of Mexican apple soda. I don't know if it's any fucking good. The only closest to a review I could find of it is the other flavor that's green apple, and it's like, it tastes like a Jolly Rancher. And I go, well, what the fucking regular shit tastes like? So I figured it's 79, like it was 79 cents. I meant to get it when I got those that cream soda and those other flavors, and I got home and I realized I didn't grab a bottle. So I was like, well, it's 75 cents or 79 cents or whatever, so I'll go ahead and get it. So I went back and got it. And I also have Cheerwine.
What?
You ever heard of Cheerwine? Oh,
No.
Cheerwine is a what's the word I'm looking for? A regional favorite. You know how like in New England there's Moxie?
Yeah, you got Moxie, baby.
No, it's like an actual beverage, Moxie.
Yeah, I know.
And they also got like, I don't know exactly where this is from. So I'm thinking it's somewhere in the like Northeast, I thought. But there was a thing about it on that show Unwrapped with Mark Summers.
Oh yeah, the guy that was in a car accident or whatever.
He was in a car accident?
Yeah.
I knew it was on Double Dare.
Yeah, it sucked.
What sucks?
I felt bad for the guy, you know?
Oh. I mean, but yeah, this was apparently it's a cherry kind of product, but I don't know how much. And like, I like finding cherry flavor things. The bottle's pretty dope because it's like a kind of like a Coke style bottle with pretty cool label, and then the cap's red and white, which is always cool. So it looks really good. And then I got toilet water. So I'm gonna start with the bottles and see how this goes. Because I figured they'll get warm during the show if I don't drink them fast. So, so that's that.
By the way, I forgot to show the other week, but I did get in these the USB 2.0 splitter. Yeah, it came with it's for your motherboard. And then it came with a cord for it. It came with 2 of these, so you can branch out to 4 of them if you wanted. But this one was cheaper on eBay.
On eBay, I just looked up Mark Summers' car accident, and 2012 he was in a back of a cab, and the driver like hydroplaned and he hit the divider.
Yeah.
So hold on, it looks like all the articles are from 2012. Let me see how bad his face got. It's like he reveals his face. Oh, that's not that bad.
Yeah, I didn't know too much about it, but I feel bad for
my left eye. He says, I have to have more surgery, he tells People magazine. My left eye isn't where it's supposed to be, and the ripped skin from where I hit the credit card machine and the taxi hasn't healed properly.
Oh shit.
Hold on, let me screen share here. Hold, please.
Hold, please.
Let me zoom enhance. I mean, it doesn't look exactly the same as it used to, but it could look a lot worse.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh yeah. By the way, I got these connectors in too for gonna be for my LED strips because I have an external LED strip that wasn't meant for a computer, so I got this SATA power SATA power connector, like the male one that's usually like on your hard drive or whatever, and then I have one of these male DC plugs, so I'm just got to wire the two wires together, and then it'll be good.
Oh, I think I need a bottle opener for this. Fuck. Yeah, I think I do.
Oh, you can't use
please.
you can't use your tooth.
No. I
Or
paid
your
a lot of
belly
money for
button.
these tooths. I'll use my dick. Hold on a second.
But yeah, I've been helping Sherry make some doing some 3D printing lately, helping Sherry make some molds for the dog treats and stuff. The first thing I've been working on was this 3D printed. It looks like a syringe type of thing, but it basically makes it so you can like if you have a flat like ball, you can take a ball of dough, and if you roll it out flat, and then you take these little circular tubes and then imprint it, and then to get the dough out, you just put your push your finger on this thing so it pops it out. And I was gonna make like a grid of these, like maybe like a 5x5, so you could do like 25 at once, and it'll be easier because they've been making these things called Mosley's Marshalls, where they're just like roll it by hand or whatever, like a long rope it, and then cut it off into sections. But this will make it so it's a lot more consistent, and it'll go faster.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I'll use a pair of scissors.
I just been showing them about this thing. I've been 3D printing out these, starting to at least 3D print out these things for my parents for their dog tree business, and they're like cutter molds that I've been 3D printing out for them, and like this is something I printed out. It looks kind of like a syringe, but basically when you have a flat sheet of dough rolled out, this is they've been doing these things called Mosley Marshalls, which are just like little round, like little cylinders of dough. And what they've just been doing right now, which is a pain in the ass, is rolling it out into like ropes and then cutting it like with a knife or whatever in the individual sections. But with this, you could just take this and then cut it into the mold, and then use this thing with your finger to pop it right back out. And I was gonna be making like a grid of these, so like a 25 by 25, or a 5 by 5. I'm sorry. So you'll be able to do like more at once too.
It's weird. It smells like apple juice. I'm scared.
Somebody piss in your apple juice, Frank?
What?
Somebody pissed in your apple juice, didn't they? I'm trying to think. I remember that line from there was like a movie with kids in it. And he's like, "Somebody pissed in my apple juice."
It's wow. It's like if someone took sugar-free Rockstar and poured it into some apple juice, you get this stuff.
Yeah, this is what these are kind of like, is off-brand rock stars, you know?
I mean, like, well, like Red Bull tastes like apple cores.
Yeah. Red Bull gives you wings. What does that give you?
Well, it's got carbonation in it, which I didn't think it would.
That thing's probably going to
Oh.
give you the shits, not wings.
Anyway, did you have a video of the week?
I do.
Let me find it in the thing. Yeah. Hopefully it's not the same one.
It's the video of the week.
Don't be jealous that you can't do that sweet solo.
I don't think I have this. I don't think we had the same video. I doubt it.
Nah.
We did that one time, though.
Right. There's this old-ass lamp, huh?
Yep. So he's kind of doing like a theme build to go with that lamp. Or lantern or whatever.
Oh, I'll bet you that's a Fantex case.
Yeah. He's just showing off like a normal type of computer case.
That's a creepy look. Yes. I'll wear your skin. Look at my eye. I mean,
yeah,
his eyes look like someone. Teeth. Well, I don't notice his teeth, but it looks like someone grabbed his eyes and started pulling them out of his head. And he's got one of those dead cat muffs on his lavalier mic, like he's gonna have fucking wind in his room.
Maybe he breathes too heavy. You ever get those people that are heavy mouth breathers?
I hate those guys, and you're like, can you find this for me? Yeah, sure. Hold on. And you're like, can you take the phone from your mouth? do like Tazon Day on YouTube. I step away from the mic to take a breath.
No.
Chocolate green coffee. Is that an ad for coffee in the? Okay. Oh, is that a Noxua?
Yeah. Oh. So basically, this guy, he does like a brass and like leather theme. It's like a steampunk type of theme, I think you would.
Hellbent for leather.
Yeah. And then he really makes it from scratch. He makes like the whole case from scratch too.
Oh my.
I mean, like, I really hope you make sure that none of that shit shorts out anything. Is straight up, because some of it is copper and brass.
Well, like, I see the standoffs. I'm trying to get to the part where he put the standoffs to those sticks. Like, hold on, here we go. I mean, there's still metal in there, right? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, a case is really metal anyway.
Yeah. A lot of the if you have a more modern one, it's powder coated at least.
Well, then it's probably grounded at some point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. This right here it makes me nervous.
Well, like standoffs, they're always metal, whatever kind of case you have. So, hopefully, like usually motherboards are like the shit is grounded with where the whole standoff holes are. You don't have to worry about that.
Oh my. There he goes with a fucking face again. Right on the side of his fucking head.
Right upside of your fucking head.
Look at this guy.
Oh, what are you saying? He's not like a ladies' man?
I mean, he could be. Women like ugly dudes. I mean, they do. Jay-Z's married to Beyonce.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife's married to me. Okay, here it looks like, I mean, like a spittoon.
Yeah.
Hmm. See, this reminds me of, sorry to, there was a guitar amp from years ago that I really liked that I never actually had that reminds me of.
Hmm. Yeah. Do you like really decorated or themed guitars, or do you just like really classic, good finished wood guitars?
Anything. Just like my taste in music, everything. But yeah, you see here, this is what they call the pig nose. Because,
Hmm.
like, little, I don't know if that's a knob or just whatever, it looks like a pig's nose.
Yeah.
And it's just a little leather box. See? It's like a suitcase looking thing. And
Yeah.
that reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Hmm. I mean, he would have made it more similar to it if he had just had like bare metal in the leather, because there's no leather on the lantern.
Uh, I you gotta make it a little bit unique, I guess.
I
Trying to
mean,
go for the steampunk.
he's making some of that coffee that sponsored him. I mean, it's his shit, whatever.
Yeah. It just looked like a total pain in the ass, just like 'cause he had to weld all that shit and polish it. Well, he had
Mhm.
somebody else polish it, but he had to cut out all the holes for the ports and everything.
Right.
And I don't even think he had like a CNC machine like BitTech does or whatever.
I mean, yeah, he was just bending shit and like hoping it works.
Yeah. But I guess he was mainly using it for like a CPU based editing computer because yeah, he didn't put any like graphics card in there or anything.
Hmm.
Um, and he wanted it to be portable. So I think it has like one of those newer Intel in it, you know.
I mean, it's portable and it looks like it'd be, you know, good for traveling around and being a conversation piece.
Yeah, if you like, is that a speaker? No, it's a computer.
Oh no, actually, this is my computer. Don't stick your finger in there. But it also kind of reminds me of that miniature case that they made on Tech Syndicate once. That was a little
Yeah.
portable. Their little LAN computer they made and never referred to again ever.
They're pretty eccentric there on that Tech Syndicate.
Yeah, but that's pretty dope. I like that.
Yeah. It. I was also watching something kind of similar, which was like a, a leather build that BitTech was doing lately, which was a Bloodlines uh, build. I don't know if you've seen that.
Nope.
Maybe I'll do that for video of the week. That thing is like a four-parter.
Mm. I uh, I actually signed up for a month of YouTube Premium because I wanted to be able to listen to music at work and just put a song or something on and then close the screen and put it in my pocket without having to get a third party app or anything. And I said, well, before you could get with Red, you could get a 3 month trial, and then it was $10 a month. And I had some money in my Google account, so I was like, oh, I'll go ahead and get it. Well, Now, premium is a 1-month trial, and it's $11.99 a month. So I'm like, well, good thing I have some money. I can do it for 2 months at least before I go fuck this. I haven't really been trying out on the Hulu to see if it, or not Hulu, on the Roku to see if it works or not. Last time with Red, it kept having commercials whether I was logged into Premium or not.
Yeah, I know that's like bullshit, man.
Right, and I mean, at least Hulu I could understand. Like, oh, some premium content still requires ads. I'm like, okay, I can kind of see your argument, but like, you're paying for YouTube fucking videos. It shouldn't be, but yeah. And speaking of our Roku, we finally start having trouble with our stupid soundbar. We were watching TV, and all of a sudden, it just wouldn't work. The sound was coming out of the TV, but not out of the soundbar. So we called support, tried to explain it, and they're like, "Well, we'll have to get with our supervisor and call you back." And they call us back an hour later, and we're like, "Yeah, it's still not working." And they're like, "Okay, well, go in and turn soundbar off." And I'm like, "The only way to turn it off is to put it to the TV speakers." "Yeah, now turn those off." I'm like, "There's no way to turn that off." "No, but turn it off." I'm like, "Dude, I said there's no way to do it." And then all of a sudden, the soundbar just started working on its own. So I'm like, "Okay, thanks." But I just put some. We got stickers with it, so I just put some Roku stickers on my sticker bombed mug. Because I had them so long they got dust on them. It's like I gotta do something with those. But anyway, sir, would you like to see my video of the week?
Yeah.
All right then. So mine's level 1 Tex, which is our buddy Wendell.
Ansel and Wendell.
Yeah. That dude, man. He's like in love with Epic and Threadripper. But yeah, this whole video is about how expandable the new Epic is, and like for the price, it's cheaper than a new Mac Pro, and you can basically replace all these old servers you would have had in your database, because that's the thing, they're trying to take over the enterprise market. And like he's in this, he's like, look at all these old servers, that we would have had to use, because he gives the specs on this Epic dual Epic motherboard he's using. Oh my god. Like, also, I saw a YouTube stories from Linus. Have you seen that?
What was it from Linus?
Like, you know how Instagram has stories? It's like a video. It's a video you can watch, but you can't share or do anything with. He teases. He's like, "Look what's coming." I'm not sure if it was Wannick or Clover server or whatever. One of their servers, they redid with an Epic CPU and like a terabyte of RAM, and it's all SSD storage and shit.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Well, I remember they were trying to replicate that Mac Pro or whatever, but they only got like half of a terabyte of RAM in it, where they were rebuilding the whole Mac case and like copying the design or whatever. Did you ever watch that Minecraft server? The Ultimate Minecraft server, whatever they did?
Yeah, I saw when they built it, and then when they got it crashed.
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey guys, come on the server."
Yeah, for a lot of shit lately, they've been like, kind of like that guy was doing, is just building their own custom cases and stuff, because they do have all that shit like that CNC or whatever, but
yeah, was it Alex?
yeah, he gave him that whole upgrade. He's like, I know this is gonna hurt my wallet, but we're gonna get a new. I'm gonna let him get whatever he wants or whatever, you know.
I mean,
The workshop. He's like, ooh, I want a new lathe and a CNC and all this crazy shit.
yeah, this whole video is like basically Wendell drooling over Epic, and I enjoy that because he knows what he's talking about, and it's kind of a new day. Like, you know, they're they're really going to be taking back. You know, they already took over the desktop, so as soon as they get their hands on the server market, it'll be really interesting. Because before they're like, yeah, they had some budget options, but oh my god,
Yeah.
I mean, dual epics.
Yeah. Well,
Like
I was in.
hundred and something PCIe lanes.
That would be crazy, man. Well, it's just interesting though to see like videos of like when Linus like compares like newer computers to like an older but like really expensive computer, and it's just like, I mean, even if you try to um like future proof your shit, it's just like it's hard because it's not just that things get faster, it's that they always also like change the way that they make them, so it's like something totally different, and then it makes everything else before that outdated, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like even server shit gets outdated like when you try to run Crisis with it, you know, or something.
Well, server hardware like enterprise grade, they update it, to try to they don't want to stay cutting edge to stay cool. They want to do cutting edge because it's supposed to be fastest and save the most money.
Yeah.
And right now, I mean, I mean, how many cores was this? Let me see the benchmarks. Oh, he's got the. Hold on. Oh boy. AMD Epic versus Xeon. So if you want to pull up the benchmarks, look at these damn numbers. That's too much shit. Excuse me.
There's no time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to be politically correct, and I can say God bless you. Gotta say happy holidays.
Right. Or, I say what I want.
I said what I want.
That's right. Anyway, let's get into some stations, sir.
Yeah. Before we do that though, let me that crackling has gotten real bad. Let me
Bad.
let me I'll still be streaming, but let me try to do a new uh hangout because yeah, like my Firefoxes use up like a lot of CPU usage for some reason, so
Uh,
I don't know. But let me try to call you right back, okay?
oh, okay.
All right. Let me close all this out here, yeah, because like mine's overheating a little bit now already, and uh, yeah, I don't know like what's up with that. What up with that? What up with that? Um. Okay, let's see. So what are you guys doing on Friday night? Are you guys hope you guys are having a good night? It's like a lot of Fridays I just feel like, man, I used to do a lot more fun stuff on Friday. Like Friday night used to mean a lot more. Um yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, do a video call. Okay. Now you just get to see like double windows for a sec.
Double window all the way across the sky.
Yeah. Well, I was on both windows. Now you're back on one. Yeah. So, how's it going again?
Oh, it's going again, man.
Yeah. You sound better now this time, at least.
Oh, good.
So, yeah. Did you want to get into some battle stations? You were saying that.
Yeah, get this shit a moving.
That's what I'm like when I'm on the toilet, man.
Excuse me.
Man your battle stations. Man your battle stations.
Station.
Battle bots.
So
You ever watch that? Those battle bots?
roll out. I had this in mind, by the way.
You did? I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I like it, but some of those bezels are pretty thick, though. That's the only thing I would figure you would say about it.
I mean, first I thought to myself, boy, all those screens. Then I said, boy, look at them bezels, though. And then I said, boy, look at that ugly case, though.
Yeah.
With that plexi side with the vent.
Yeah, I mean, it was still interesting, so I included it as the first one. Definitely not my favorite, but
I was just going to throw it in as like a conversation piece. Like, look at this.
yeah. What is that for? Is that like for is that for statistics or stock, or is that like for streaming?
I think it's for the lulz. I don't know. Like, I think, did he get all these from the trash and he thought he was player? I mean, the keyboard is one of those not RGBs.
Yeah. Hey, maybe he was one of those people be like, I hate to throw anything out, so these are all my monitors I've ever had.
Right. I mean, I don't care if they match. They all have the same wallpaper, so they match now.
Yeah. But, I mean, so he's got 6. I mean, you could probably rearrange them differently, maybe, but I don't know.
I don't know.
What I would probably do is put, like, the instead of stacking the 2 tiny ones, have them, like, next to each other on top of the one on the left, you know? So you bring it together more.
That was one of the first comments was like, this makes me want to get another 4x3 display to stack them.
Yeah.
I mean, I would do it if like it was on my emulation station and I had like one game playing on the top, one game playing on the bottom. Something crazy like that.
Yeah, are you gonna get back into the? Are you gonna play any emulations eventually?
I mean, I have them. I can do it. I just I've been into Fallout. I've put all my money and time into. Well, not money. I've only spent I bought the Fallout first year subscription, and then since then, I've been playing it all crazy like.
Yeah. Yeah, you haven't even gotten to stream anything lately.
No, I mean, I bought the Outer Worlds. I played like a couple hours of it, and then right back into Fallout.
Yeah.
I'm trying to level up because once you break a certain level cap, you can move your redistribute your like, because you know how your special stats, right?
Yeah.
Your strength and perception, all that stuff. You put points into them up to a certain point, and then you cap out, and your character like is based off of those. Regardless of what perks you have in it. Like you have 10 strength. Your strength is your number of strength points times like 25 or whatever. So that's your carry capacity. Well, if you didn't put enough points in it, and you got all your points and everything else, then you're gonna be a weak ass. And it's very similar with the other, stats. And once you hit like 50 something, like 55 or whatever, apparently you can redistribute and redo your build. Because all the other Fallout games, you put points into it and then you start playing. Whereas this one, you grind for every single point. And, it's a bit tedious.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, I'm only up to level 33, and you know how much I play.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm not doing quests. I like to fuck off. But anyway. Excuse me. I had this one too. Because I commented.
Maximize that.
Yeah, hold on. Booyah. Well, because
I said, man.
I commented because this is basically my layout.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about when I saw it.
You're like, Frank? Well, I messaged him. I was like, hey, I got the same layout except I got ultra wides. He's like, oh, I need bigger arms to do ultra wide. I go, well, I have this TV stand for the middle, so shit wasn't free. Give me. I didn't have caffeine before I came up here, so I'm trying to wake up too. But
it's like that Rage Against the Machine. Wake up. Wake up.
But yeah, I mean, multiple monitors are pretty good if you want to, cash in on your real estate. It's just I can't go without the ultra wide now because it's like that, bottom monitor looks so small.
Yeah. The only thing that sucks about ultra wide is like when you use it like I do when you clone it with like a standard TV or whatever, you gotta have black bars on the sides of the ultra wide then, or have it be stretched, because you're cloning a 16:9 then.
Okay, so what the fuck am we looking at here? Like, what is this madness?
This one I really liked, actually.
I mean, I didn't say badness. I said madness. Like, let me break this down here.
Madness.
Right,
we got madness.
We got what looks like some sort of testing / homebrew rig in the back. I mean, I don't want to say work. I don't want to say test bed because it's literally just like a motherboard box with a motherboard on it.
Yeah, is that computer like all clear or something on the right?
It's one of those ones that's like meant to hang on a wall, but it also has feet. You know what I mean? Where there's glass in the front and then just posts in the corners.
Right.
So I'm going from the left to right. You're going the opposite direction, motherfucker. Get with the program. So there's all these headphones laying here on the table. So I noticed that. It's a corner desk with two keyboards for some reason. Both in the corner for some reason. I don't know if it's supposed to be a 2-person desk because having neither of them have a center monitor is really fucked up. I mean,
yeah.
Like, whose screen is the middle? And you don't need 2 keyboards if it's one person. You can do the whole, I don't know. And then we got looks like a Lian Li case, right? Is that the one I'm thinking of? It's not Inwin. And then a vertical dock for hard drives. And then looks like a Threadripper. No, wait. I take that back. That looks like just a Ryzen chip because Threadripper, the cooling bolts are staggered. The they're offset. Part of them they're not exactly corner for corner. Whereas here, they make an AM4 cooler that looks just like a TR4 cooler, except the TR4 cooler has two of the bolts closer together. So I'm not reading anything yet. This is just from what I'm seeing, but that looks like an Asus motherboard with some kind of Vega GPU.
By the way, did you get any other shit for your water cooling yet?
No.
Have you tried testing that water block at all just to see if it turns on?
What do you mean turns on?
Well, it doesn't have like RGB and shit.
Well, I don't have an addressable RGB header to plug it into unless I plug it into my case.
Yeah.
So, no. I'm not going to open my case just to plug it in. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Well, if it...
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks like a cool water block, though. I mean, I think you made a good decision on it.
Yeah, thank you. It's I mean, time will tell because I know the first EK Threadripper blocks they made weren't made for really with Threadripper in mind. They were just more or less Intel blocks that were made a little bigger, so the fins didn't go out as far as they could have, and it didn't disperse the heat all that well. But we'll see.
You know what else I have to say about it?
What?
It's lit.
Thanks, Dad. Oh, yeah, those are Yamos. Okay. The speakers. Those are expensive. I don't know. They might. Are they out of Are they out of stock or? Because they were. Yeah, they're 5.0 in the quality reviews. Shopping.
Whenever I hear Yamaha, I only just think about keyboards, you know.
JAMO. They're Yamos. 180, 199. A lot of people like them. The audio reviewer I saw on YouTube that I really like, he saw how cheap they were going, so he bought the entire stock and was selling them off over several months. Pros and cons of the top monitor I'm contemplating getting one, but unsure what I actually use it for. I don't use it for much, to be honest. It's a Sony X800E, so I mainly use it for the smart TV apps, but more recently I've been playing games like RD2 on it. I have to be reclined, though, for extended use, otherwise my neck hurts after an hour or so.
Shit.
Well, what you know? Is that your last one?
Because learning is half the battle.
Is that your last station?
Yeah.
So your theme was screens.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, the last one would be my favorite.
I mean, it's
I'm
the
sure
cleanest.
You're probably partial to yours or whatever.
Well, I mean, I like this one, but it's just like me. It's not put together, so you can tell it's not done yet. And like this is more put together, but there's still a bunch of like rough edges. And then this is just like it looks like someone took a bunch of shit from a thrift store and arranged it kind of neatly. So, but yeah,
so
we say that one won the the dual station.
Yeah. And all right, since I stole all yours, what's the ones you got left over?
Hold on.
And also, I gotta give you yours. Station.
There he goes.
There he goes, Andy Dufresne.
What the hell? I clicked the link and now I'm getting spinny wheel. Hold on. Oh, okay. So my first station is this guy right here.
Oh, I was gonna choose that for one of mine too. If I put that in, I was thinking about putting that in for my fourth one, for a bonus one, and you would have been really pissed then because you wouldn't have had shit then.
Yeah, right. No, like he's got the whole Corsair lighting set up, and they got the bendable RGB little tube lights or whatever that I guess Bitwit reviewed recently.
Oh yeah.
And it's got a little monitor on the bottom of his case there with the stats. Excuse me. I saw that and I said, I kind of like that.
Have you seen those LED strips yet that are like have like a really thick like tube that's on them, so it looks like a neon light or whatever?
No.
Yeah, they're like flexible and bendable.
Yeah, that's what he's got there in the back. See,
Yeah.
around the fan,
Right.
around the outside, around the outside.
I just think about that song, "You Spin Me Right Round."
Ride round like a record, baby, ride round, round, round. Okay, so that's my first one. On to number dos.
Numero dos.
You shut up. Look at this one with the pug.
Oh, that's like my favorite too, is the pugs, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know, they just look so cute, even though they're like an abomination of breeding. They have health problems and shit, you know.
Huh. Okay, I'm drinking the cheer wine right now. Hold on. Hold on.
Well,
Huh. Even though it's red, it is. I've heard it's kind of like a cherry Coke. Kind of is. It's weird. But yeah, this one's got a lot going on. Big monitor. Another big monitor. Looks like he's got a projection thing in the back.
yeah.
I mean,
Doesn't seem
damn.
like a recording studio or something.
I don't know. Check out the comments here.
I need to check out what's going on in the music battle stations lately.
Read into the comments real quick. Oh, this guy says, fuck pugs and fuck people who own them or think they're cute.
Oh,
You guys are helping an industry that breeds disabled dogs for the fun of it. Hope you guys end up with disabled kids since you're so into that bullshit.
dude.
Wow, and their username is fuck pugs. Username checks out.
Well, I guess if you're you're helping them if you buy from one of those puppy mills or people that are breeding them just for the money. But I mean, if you just rescue one, that's you're doing a good thing, you know.
Yeah. Stop buying or breeding these shitty flat-faced dogs that can't breathe or die of pneumonia or have their eyes pop out and then eat them. He says, return your thumbs. You obviously don't need them.
That's like saying, oh yeah, there's all those hungry, starving kids. Like when you get those comments on like those Furious Pete videos or whatever, you know.
Right. Oh, I don't. I try
You're
not to
not
read
helping.
comments. I try not to read comments on anything.
Yeah.
Got it. You're an asshole.
Should downvoted that comment, huh?
Eh. I would, but then I don't. I don't care.
Yeah.
What is that thing? It's like, be like Tom. He sees something stupid on the internet, but he just goes on living his life.
Yeah. You can't get back that energy that you waste on downvoting that comment or paying attention to it.
Right. So now this one, first off, dogs. Yes.
Aw, puppies.
Right. Second, big ass wood desk with under lighting. And at first I said, oh, there's a MacBook in the corner. I guess that's what. Okay, never mind. No, he's got an actual tower.
Did you
See
watch
that? Go ahead.
Linus's one of those videos where they redid Linus's office to that MKH or whatever?
Mm-mm.
Who's that other
Oh,
MKB or whatever?
yeah, the black guy. I can't remember.
Well, I wanted to say that, but I wanted to be a little bit more descriptive than that.
Well, in the tech tuber space, there's your average consumer, Mr. Flossie, I think that's what his name is, and I can't think of the fuck MKH8 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Don't know. No, I saw that he'd been to the studio.
Yeah,
I was assuming on a tour.
they did it Linus's whole office and like Mac stuff and like a whole MKH theme or whatever for his office.
Mm.
They trolled his office, but
Right.
because they're always like redoing his office. I remember they did his whole office and motherboards on the wall, and then they changed it up, and they're changing it up again now.
Well, they must have he must do like a tour with like all the tech tubers in Canada because he was in Unbox Therapy not too long ago.
Yeah,
and that's up in the north.
He does PR shit all the time. Like iJustine, he did shit for, and he did one even for what is it, Steve lately.
So this is one of those stations that you're like, is that thing made of glass? So you can see how it's just like posts for the corners and then a plane of glass.
Yeah.
This one just doesn't have feet. It's not as high quality a picture, but
Potato.
yeah.
Potato,
I mean, because
potato.
you zoom in, and it's just horrible. I zoom in to anything here. Hold on, and then I zoom enhance.
It's like, whoa, unzoom.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, poor dog is like 4 pixels. Like, look at that jacket. What is on this disc here? Is that a dildo?
Yeah, I don't
I
drink.
can't even tell. But then
That's
there's a
man.
DIY to floating desk. 2 sheets of plywood glued and screwed together. And he's got a whole thing about what he's got in here. Under the desk, bits of flare.
That should be a drink. Name of a drink, glued and screwed.
Probably is. And then, because you stole my stations, I'm gonna throw in a couple of the ringers. Here we got, it's a weeb station. With figures and Coca-Cola.
Fucking weeb station.
Yeah, with Razor and the Razor edition of the Leon Lee.
Razor.
Right. And then hold on. Ooh.
I wonder how come they like when razors first started coming out, how come they never had to worry about like trademark infringement with like the Razor phone or whatever? Probably because they're two different kind of sectors of tech or whatever. Probably.
What?
No,
Oh, you
because
mean the Motorola Razor?
Yeah,
Spelled totally different, isn't it?
it is.
Well, hold on. Motorola. Oh, I can't type with one hand. Hold on. I thought I could, but my fingers say no. Yeah. Yeah, the Motorola RAZR.
Uh,
At least that's the new one. I don't know. Let's see. Back. Yeah. Razor. Yeah, that's what it's called.
well, I guess it's different then. I guess they got like you got a different letter.
Yeah. But, yeah, so we got the Weeb. We got the Puppers. We got the Pug. And then we got this guy.
I'll probably go with this guy.
Whoop. One second. Hmm. Hmm. See, I can't tell what the Pug computer he's got here.
Yeah, it was kind of close with the Pug.
Scrolling through, seeing if the Specamafoos are in here. Everyone's, what kind of keyboard is that? Where'd you get the wallpaper? And shit like that. Okay. Yeah, probably this one. Looks like the biggest monitor, big ass mouse pad, RGB every fucking where.
Yeah, that's pretty simple. Simple and clean.
Not like me.
Excellent!
All right, let's get into the
a
news.
nose? You got a nose for something?
Notes for nudes.
Yeah, for nudes. That's what I'm talking
Send
about.
nudes.
It's water. Toilet water.
The nudes with Ian.
Balls and wieners.
Weenies and wine. Oh, so fine. Report: Apple's flagship 2021 iPhone won't have any ports. Who gives a shit?
So basically, Apple is retiring their Lightning port, and apparently they're not going to do, the logical choice, which would be the USB-C. No, they're going to not have any ports and assume everybody has wireless charging.
Well, I mean, that's the thing that I was going to say. What's taking this so long to adapt it? Because really, every other flagship kind of has it. I mean, my OnePlus doesn't, and I kind of wish it did.
Yeah.
Because that's really the thing I'm missing. Because I hate plugging a phone in and then going to sleep, and you wake up thinking it's charging, and you wake up and it's fucking dead.
Well, the thing is I mean, I'd be cool with that, but like, if they like widen how far you can do the wireless charging with, because I always have to charge and use my phone all the time, at the same time.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, how much life do you get out of your phone?
Oh, I mean, I get a decent like a day or so, you know.
Because I literally plug my phone in when I'm going to bed, and that's it.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you have a good consistent schedule, I guess it's pretty good. But my schedule, I'm kind of all over the place, you know.
Well, I mean, no, I use my phone sporadically. Like, I'll just be sitting there, and all of a sudden I start going through something, and then, oh, it turns out I'm all alone for a couple hours, and I just can dick around on my phone. Like,
Yeah.
I even have, my what did I say it was called? It used to be the dash charger. What do they call that thing now with OnePlus? But anyway, the charger for that is like it can charge your phone in like not even a half hour. It's stupid fast, and I never use it because A, I'm afraid I'll ruin the battery, and B, I'm not in that big a hurry to get it charged. If I put it on at night, it's done when I get up in the morning.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times I use my phone before I go to bed. I'm on it, you know.
Well, right when I go to bed, like when I'm in bed to make myself sleepy, I pull out my Kindle and start reading some comic books, and I'll get through maybe a chapter or two and start nodding off,
Yeah.
and then I put it away because that's the other thing. Our puppy gets me up every 3 hours to go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
so no point in sitting up later than I need to, and then having to get up in an hour.
Yeah. You get up 5 minutes later.
Oh God, she woke me up at a half hour before the alarm went off this morning. I was
You
like,
must
"Are
have
you
been
kidding?"
pissed.
Yeah, but it's not like it's the first time it's happened. I mean, I lay back down, but I'm like, Creighton, I can just lay here and shut the alarm off 2 minutes before it goes off. So, but anyway, yeah. So wireless iPhone about fucking time. What took so long? Um, I mean, I can understand them not wanting to do C because that's a standard, and they don't want to be standard. They want to set their own standards.
Yeah.
Um, I
Well, it
mean, it
would be
really.
stupid too if they decided to be like, "Well, we're retiring this proprietary cable and making a new one."
Well,
You
they
know?
already did with the, what was it? Is it 30 pin or how many pins was in the old one?
Yeah.
Which
Well,
was
yeah. I
on like
mean, well,
iPods
now
and
it's different.
everything for decades.
Yeah.
And then moved on to the Lightning, and eventually in 2021, who gives a shit? By then, we'll fucking, I don't know what will. That'll be so like far gone. Remember when we thought this was some important shit? That's before we learned how to communicate with telekinesis.
Yeah.
We got flying cars now. Who gives a shit if your iPhone finally has wireless charging? It's got a glass back. About time it could charge.
Yeah. Well, they'll really be forcing you then, like with to do the Bluetooth then, because yeah, if you don't have any kind of port to convert your headphones to, you know.
I mean, if they do that, I think they'll probably get uh they'll have to pay a fine because technically they're it's it's just like when Google comes out with a phone that's got Google browser pre-installed that they technically shouldn't do that because they're saying you have to use Chrome. Well, no. I mean, Mac should not have to come with Safari. You should be able to use whatever. But anyway, it's the same thing. Eventually, they'll probably have to pay out some money for that. But I'm betting they're banking on the cost of what they're taking in from the stupid headphone probably is cheaper than it costs to make them, or it costs less to make them than it is for what they can sell them for. And they're probably factoring in that even if they have to pay a fine at the end of the year, it probably will be offset by the amount of units sold.
Yeah. Either that or they'll have to be forced to sell those expensive earpods, you know, that are wireless.
Oh, you mean like
To
include them?
include it, yeah.
I mean, maybe by then it'll be cheaper. I don't know. I mean, my headphones I use at work, I mean, they're over ears, so I can't compare them. Everyone loves AirPods. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
I
mine's
hate it.
always. I always get a lot of earwax, so it's like mine. Trying those is just like they're always popping out.
Well, like my our old Roku remote had earbuds that that plug into the remote control, so that the TV would be muted and it would go into headphones, so you wouldn't wake up. Say my wife watching TV, I could stick them in my ears and I wouldn't bother her. Well, they were the kind of those extended triple tip, cone tips that just you got to jam in there to get a good soundproofing and a seal or whatever, and it was just not comfortable to wear for any stretch of time. So I have no interest in AirPods. I wore the original, Apple earbuds when I, worked out back in the day because I had an iPhone and a iPod. So when I'm on the treadmill, I could, listen to music. But then they got all sweaty and gross because they didn't cost a couple $100.
Yeah.
So basically, this article is saying, hey, they're bugging the system, and if Doug was here, he'd care, but he's not. So I digress.
Oh, we don't care.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, hold on. I clicked the button to open it in a new tab, and it didn't do it. How odd. Oh, now it's froze up. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not moving, so my computer must have froze. Hold, please. Oh, it opened it over there. Okay. Next article. AT&T raises DirecTV prices again despite losing millions of customers.
Yeah, yet another price hike of up to $10 for AT&T's dwindling TV subscriber base.
I mean, they figure they're losing money, so they better charge more.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll make up for it, right?
I mean, cable companies already go, hey, if you sign up with us, we'll give you this deal, that deal. Yeah, but I've been with you for 10 years. What do I get? Oh, you go fuck yourself. We want that new people money for some reason. New people money doesn't equal more people money. They should realize that a long-time customer is going to give them more money, for years and years than a couple new customers who try it out and ditch it within the first 30 days.
Yeah, I always dread, like, if I have to call up for, like, my internet or whatever, because then they'll straight up harass you about getting cable, added onto your plan.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, I really don't want to talk to anybody.
Right. Can I just give you the money and get the service?
Yeah. Well, like, I had to call it because, I paid, like, a couple days late for my internet, and then I had to... You ever had that where your internet is, like, frozen or whatever, and you have to click, like, I agreed to pay my internet fee or whatever, and then it'll let you get back onto the internet?
No, but I have had a thing where it's like I had to restart my router because I got the letter warning saying that I was pirating, but then they blocked my internet and said that this ISP was or this IP was used for pirating material. I was like, what?
Yeah, and so
no payments were fine.
Well, I had to click a link and then it said error 404, so I had no way of turning my internet on, no matter what I clicked on. For some reason, the last time it happened, and so I had to call somebody up to resend a signal to my modem. But thankfully, they didn't harass me that time about you're like, hey, you said I heard you wanted cable too. You want a cable, right?
No.
I even though I have a paperless option on my account, I still get physical bills in the mail, and I get ads all the time in the mail being like, hey, we got a present for you, a deal on cable.
Oh, I don't even have DirecTV or AT&T, and we get shit every day. Because they want that money, dog. They want money. They want your money.
Oh, yeah.
But you have through AT&T?
No, I have Spectrum.
Okay, yeah, so do we. because they're the fastest connection we can get.
Yeah.
We're not on their fastest plan, but it's still like way faster. Like all the other ones are like maybe up to 25 megabits a second. I'm like, okay, Ajit Pi.
Yeah, but then you get that trickle down economics through your power line or whatever.
Yeah.
And so you probably don't. I remember you said that you do a speed test all the time, and it's like different every single time
Oh yeah.
because you're going through the power line and shit, and that's like capped off.
Well, no,
And you got bad wiring or whatever.
well, the power line adapters are just for stuff that's hardwired. The Wi-Fi is straight through the router.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi stuff is, but I'm talking about like when you're on your computer or whatever.
No, my computer's Wi-Fi.
Oh, it is? You changed that a while ago, didn't you? That's right.
Well, yeah, because this one, when I moved it to the other side of the room, remember, there's no plugs on that side of the room. And if there are, they're behind bookcases and big heavy shit. So all the cables are where my desk is. So instead of running a long ass cord to it, I could put it outside and run it through under the door and all that, but fuck that. So it came with a wireless antenna, and it's actually pretty good. It's just I don't know.
Well, what do you actually use the power lines for anymore? Then do you even? Shit?
Well, yeah, my NAS downstairs is hooked up to one.
Oh, okay.
They're good to have, Ian. If I want to plug something in, I don't have to worry about, do I have an Ethernet port? Because all you hook one up to your Ethernet coming out of your modem, and then you hook another one up in a room somewhere. And it doesn't have to be a even 1-to-1. You can have 3 connections.
How is the network traffic? Not just like with the internet or whatever, but just like streaming from your NAS through that.
It's usually pretty good in house. I mean,
yeah,
like because connected but no internet happens all the time. But no, if I'm connected in my house, I'm fine. Amazon. Trump used improper pressure to block AWS from DoD cloud contract. Oh boy, Trump pressuring people again.
Yeah, Trump said screw Amazon and used contract as political weapon against Bezos suit claims.
Oh yeah, because he hates Bezos because he owns was it Washington Post?
Yeah. But it's the Bezos sneeze.
Yeah.
At Amazon. In a redacted filing released today by the U.S. Federal Court of Claims, attorneys for Amazon asserted that Amazon Web Services loss of the Department of Defense Joint Enterprise Defense infrastructure Jedi cloud computing contract to Microsoft Azure was the result of improper pressure from President Donald J. Trump, who launched the repeated public and behind-the-scenes attacks to steer the Jedi contract away from AWS to harm his perceived political enemy, Jeffrey P. Bezos, founder and CEO of AWS's parent company, Amazon.com Incorporated, and owner of the Washington Post.
Hey, I guessed right.
Yeah. The suit cites Trump's instructions to former Secretary of Defense James Mattis to screw Amazon out of the contract, as recounted by Mattis's former chief speech writer, and numerous other incidents of direct interference by Trump in the contract competition, including ordering an independent review of the contract by Defense Secretary Mark Esper in August of 2019.
So basically, Microsoft got it and they didn't because they wanted to screw over Bezos.
Yeah.
See, it's all about, no, screw my political opponent. And then, no, you can't do that. What? Of course I can do that. They took our gerbs.
It happened to doing the right thing, man.
It's been out of politics for a long time. Since 2016, right?
Yeah.
FCC's illogical claim that broadband isn't telecommunications faces appeal.
Yeah, I got another happy-go-lucky story.
Oh boy.
Mozilla others asked court to reverse ruling that FCC killed net neutrality. Mozilla and other organizations today appealed the court ruling that upheld the Federal Communications Commission's repeal of net neutrality rules, arguing that the FCC's claim that broadband isn't telecommunications should not have been accepted by judges. So, I mean, I guess that is a good. It's a good thing that they appealed that. Then so they.
Yeah, they're trying to get it reversed. So yes,
Yeah.
it's just the way it's. You got to read it.
Yeah,
I mean,
oh, go ahead.
I mean, it's just the whole thing is stupid. You got to explain what you're so upset about to everybody because people don't understand. I don't understand. The world doesn't change for me.
Yeah. The
Go ahead.
Mozilla petition filed today asked for an en banc rehearing of the case involving all of the D.C. Circuit judges. Mozilla is probably facing an uphill battle because the three-judge panel unanimously agreed that the FCC can repeal its own net neutrality rules. Joining Mozilla in the appeal were online companies Etsy and Vimeo, Industry Lobby Group, and Compass, an ad hoc telecom users committee which represents business users of communication services. This case is known as Mozilla versus FCC. And there was another appeal filed by other advocacy groups. A New America's Open Technology Institute, Free Press Public Knowledge, the Center for Democracy and Technology, the Benton Institute for Broadband Society, and Computer and Communications Industry Association, and the National Association of State Utility Consumer Advocates. There's like a lot going in. A lot of people were pissed off, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, as they should be, right?
I mean, I'm surprised it's taken this long for everyone to go, hey, you know that whole thing, it's wrong. Because, I mean, if the Federal Communications Commission is even having anything to do with it, how can they say that it's not telecommunication? Communications is in both names. And
pay attention. Pay no attention to that man over there.
And I mean, it's it's literally a connection between devices that are communicating. A plus B equals C. I don't understand. So
you just need to bend over and just take it, Frank.
Whoa. Hold on, cowboy. Buy me a drink first. Let's see where this goes. You also had another AT&T story, but you already had one, man. You should have them linked together.
Yeah, I should have put them together, but speaking of AT&T, they don't want you to see its slow internet speed test results.
What?
AT&T convinced FCC not to publish slow results, then left program entirely. AT&T doesn't want its home internet speeds to be measured by the FCC anymore, and it already convinced the FCC to exclude its worst speed test results from an annual government report. FCC or AT&T this year told the commission it will no longer cooperate with the FCC's SAM-known speed tests. The Wall Street Journal wrote in an investigation report titled "Your Internet Provider Likely Juiced Its Official Speed Scores." AT&T already convinced the FCC to exclude certain DSL test results from last year's Measuring Broadband America report. The reports are based on the SAM-known testing equipment installed in thousands of homes across the U.S. AT&T was dismayed at its report card from a government test measuring internet speeds, and then thus pushed the FCC to omit unflattering data on its DSL internet service from the report, the journal wrote. In the end, the DSL data was left out of the report released last year to the chagrin of some agency officials, the journal wrote. AT&T's remaining speed tiers matched high marks. Okay. Yeah, they're just trying to sweep it all under the rug, basically.
And I mean, they're going to let them.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, right?
Yep, that's what you get when you giant corporation gives money to the government,
Right.
or you have people in government that used to work for them, too.
Now, before you switch to gaming news, I have a couple tech articles.
Oh, okay.
I'll throw them in here.
You got any more FCC shit or interwebs?
Nah. Western Digital, expect more energy-assisted tech for 24 terabyte and beyond. Western Digital has been promoting its microwave-assisted magnetic recording (MAMR) technology for a couple of years now. Yet surprisingly, its upcoming 18 terabyte and 20 terabyte drives are not really using the tech. The reason for this lies in the company's decision to use what they consider to be the right technology at the right time. To that end, Western Digital not only plans to use MAMR in the future, but is open to use heat-assisted magnetic recording HAMR, which I think I've had a little thing about this before because I remember talking about HAMR. But
Sledgehammer.
yeah. But I'm all about them terabytes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Also,
An ad.
right. So Windows 7 users now get a full screen pop-up reminder that support ends soon. Oh boy. A lot of people don't want Windows 10, so they still use Windows 7, but the thing is, Windows 8 was so shitty that they never upgraded it.
Yeah, well, the thing, Windows 7 was a really rock solid, version because it's still newer than XP and, like a lot less shitty than Windows 8 or Vista was,
Uh-huh. Attention Windows 7 users, in case you forgot, the support for your OS is coming to an end next month. Microsoft will also kindly remind you with a subtle, friendly notifications over the next few weeks. Just kidding, they're actually full screen notifications that take over your entire screen. Look at this shit. In theory, you should see this notification 2 times, once this month and again in January. Microsoft claims to have heard from Windows 7 customers they would like a few reminders with early enough notice. Sure.
But support, for those that don't know, support basically means just you're not going to get any more updates, right?
And eventually, and it's going to be like XP where it's like, use at your own risk.
Yeah.
But, by the way, we were all talking about 3D printing technology here, and even like 3D printed, housing.
Oh yeah.
The world's first 3D printed neighborhood is being built in Mexico for families living on $3 a day. Is it not showing because I have the dark skin on? Yeah. I guess there's a video.
In Mexico, those are all those like houses look the same or whatever. There's those Pueblo or whatever you call them. Houses.
Yeah. A giant 3D printer built 2 houses in an impoverished rural part of Mexico last week, breaking ground on what will be the first 3D printed neighborhood in the world. The houses aren't just a prototype. Developers hope to build 50 new homes by the end of 2020, placed in structures that residents built themselves out of wood, metal, and whatever materials they could afford. The families live in seismic zone that's prone to flooding in the state of Tabasco. Did I pronounce it? Tabasco, Mexico. Building something that will withstand an earthquake and um, keep them dry during heavy rains was a key consideration when it comes to design. These families are the most vulnerable and in the lowest income, and they're living on about an average of $3 a day, said Britt Hegler, CEO and co-founder of New Story, the nonprofit building the community. They're living in literally a pieced together shack that during the rainy season will rain and it will flood their shack. Some of the women have said that the water will go up to their knees when it rains, sometimes for months.
Dude, that's crazy, man. That's like Mexico is getting to be worse. You know, they're basically like a third world country. It seems like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm thinking it's cool because, this is just like, I mean, if all the houses, first off, that's a sign of supposedly a good neighborhood if all the houses look the same.
Yeah.
But then it's also, if you look at this picture here, it's kind of like well, it's a related article, but for the Netherlands, it could be like I don't want to say dystopian, but a sci-fi future where, you know, all the houses are the same because the community is prefabbed, and it's like
Yeah, like my parents, they live in a neighborhood. A lot of the houses look the same, but you know, it's a little bit more up upper middle class, and it's you know, you have to have a certain type of mailbox and like garbage cans and stuff, you know, and
I
they're even
mean,
getting charged for to do the right thing and recycle too, you know.
right? I mean, a lot of prefab stuff in the '50s was how houses could be made, and Sears and Roebuck mailed them out in kits. You know that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah,
That's interesting. Hmm.
yeah. So surprising that they want to go with a brick and mortar store, but I mean, whoop, didn't mean to full screen that.
It's like you just see a. I get. I could just picture the looks on people's faces there in Mexico. Then, like when they're like, you see a whole army of robots coming to print a neighborhood.
Well, I mean, if it the one article we had, didn't they say it only took them a couple hours to print it because they pour it out of cement?
Yeah. Yeah,
So I
basically
mean,
it just comes out of a tube like you know, like icing on a cake, you know.
yeah, I mean my because with
Just wipe it off.
my whole shipping background here from seeing heavy equipment come, I'm assuming it's probably one or maybe a couple machines. Because the crew probably can't be that big anyway. It's probably consisting of a crew to actually set them up and use the machines, and another crew that goes to the next lot and sets it up to get it cleared and ready for the production.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they still need people and stuff to run all the lines and everything. You know, like all the utility shit.
well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. This will be
It's still good to see a lot of it probably is automated though, like you're saying, you know.
yeah, I mean, well, because this has to travel. They're not. I'm sure they're not assembling these on site. They're probably building them, and transporting, a couple machines and a crew to Mexico. And I really would like to see, like they said, a 3D printed neighborhood. Screw driving through and seeing a neighborhood with all the Christmas lights synced to the radio station. I want to see a neighborhood of all 3D printed houses. Drive through and see a bunch of them, and stop at one and just walk like a model home and walk around and look at it.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Because that is the future. If poor people that are making $3 a day can live in a prefabricated house,
Yeah. Like
eventually
that.
it'll be like fucking Star Trek where we're just all given houses and
Yeah.
oh, we don't have
Well,
to
it's,
do anything for money anymore. We do stuff because we feel like it and we want to grow.
well, it's just like that whole thing. Like a lot of other countries are starting to uh, like beta test like that UBI or whatever, that universal base income. Eventually, like like where you basically everybody gets like a flat like monthly thing, like stipend just to be able to live off of that, and if
Well,
uh,
the people,
that'll probably be like the houses too. Like it'll get so cheap where everybody could just have a house if he wanted to.
right? I mean, the well, like everyone's gonna be there's hippies. They're already talking about the carbon footprint and all of that, and trying to live off of like no power and like those tiny homes are retarded. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I
I
mean,
understand.
a lot of those people that do like the solar power and stuff, they actually, if you do it right, you can have excess power that you can feed back to the grid and get money out of.
Yeah.
But
For
what were you
example,
saying?
this 3D printed house is built in 24 hours. But yeah, it's just I want to see where it's going because man, we're not. Yeah, see, look, they had to build a tent. I'm assuming since it's like wet cement, this tent probably keeps bugs and birds and shit from flying into it.
Yeah, you get a
'Cause-
bird that's embedded into your wall.
Well, I can imagine because when we painted my car's hood, we had to have the garage doors closed because I know you want it to be in a ventilated area, but bugs and dust and shit will fly in there and land at the clear coat, and there's nothing you can do to get them out after that.
Bzzz.
So wet cement, yeah.
Dude,
I mean,
that's
it's a
gonna
dirt.
be like the worst way to go is like you drown just be in a layer of like clear coat.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean this.
Didn't we do an article about like a 3D printed bathroom a while ago or something like
Mhm.
that?
I mean, we did an article on 3D printed houses, but I would like to see, a neighborhood, and I want to see it become. I don't want to say popular, but available. Like it shouldn't be. I'm sorry. Everyone thinks I'm living in a weird retro future of we all need shuttle cars that drive us around at 900 miles an hour with Wi-Fi. Why not? I want a little prefab house that I don't have to worry was 100 years old and falling apart, or like I've been in places where literally houses are built from scrap in Jamaica. Yeah, you don't find there are mansions that the Queen stays in, but they're not right next door to Joe Blow.
Yeah. Well, what
Anyway,
sucks too is you don't see any of that type of stuff like here in America. Like our infrastructure is so outdated. Like, I mean, I always thought that we need to have some kind of like power grid built into like into the our roads or something like that. So you could have like access to like the lines every block or so instead of having like wires hanging and dangling just suspended in the air.
oh yeah, and
That
then
always seemed like a really weird way to do it.
and it's really stupid because every time there's a storm, you got to worry about them being disconnected. Anytime there's heavy ice, now.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, in Jersey, I think it is, there's still a tunnel that's 100 years old that's still used, and it's been needing to be replaced, but the city, no one votes to, fix it. So, but anyway,
Yeah.
also, AOC reveals two ultra-wide 1440 gaming monitors coming up with 144 hertz and FreeSync. And it said their price somewhere. $450.
For what? For both of them?
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
Nice.
so I mean, it's AOC, which my left monitor that you're on right now is an AOC monitor, and it's got one stuck pixel.
That's gotta be
But
annoying.
well, I mean, only when like the screen's all the way white because it's pink.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So this is like a Black Friday type of deal or something?
no, these are just coming out. Hold on. Oh, monitor. There's an update. The blah 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 is now listed for Amazon for $450, and the U.S. expected prices were $450 and $550. So we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, finally, there's going to be some competition from Alienware and LG, pretty much, and what Samsung, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, have you done any shopping yet for anything?
No, I'm poor, Ian.
Well, I mean, not just yourself, but I mean anybody in general.
No, I'm fucking poor, Ian.
Oh. Yeah, I was supposed to go shopping with my girlfriend to get her kids some video games.
Video games.
Some video games. They want some Switch games, and
Mm-hmm.
they want that new Modern Warfare game. They want that Mario Maker 2. Sea of Thieves was another one.
A girl I work with, her son. I just found out she has a fucking son. I'm like, you have a 13-year-old? Jesus. Her son really wants a gaming system, and she's like, it's like $300. I'm like, yeah, they really want, and then each game is $60. Yeah,
And that's the cheap side of it, like the
yeah.
PS4 Pro and like Xbox is like 500 or some shit,
Right. Gaming. You play the motherfucker.
Gaming.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hold on. The new Darksiders cost an extra $10 on Google Stadia.
Yeah, put that Darksiders in dark mode.
I did.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit about Stadia?
Well, the thing that sucks about this is that, yeah, that's other places like Steam and like Humble Bundle and other places. It's $10 more. So it's
No,
weak
thank you.
sauce.
Right. Okay, that sucks. Next article. Oh boy,
No,
hold on.
No, we have to wait and debate about this. We have to take
No.
our time and debate.
No, I don't care.
No, but we'll take that. Frank's like, we'll take time on this article.
Right. New Fallout 76 bugs are making armor weak and weapons brittle. Yeah, I heard about that.
So what's the scoop on this, Frank? Because I know you had to have this on there somewhere.
Yeah, well, I don't have the article. I just heard about it. Basically, see, the way that...
Man.
Yeah, well, the way that their system works in Fallout with, like, legendary weapons, it's a regular weapon, but then it has abilities and stats that it does differently than anything else. Same with a lot of, perks and anything. It's all stat-based. And the thing is, their update changes stats and kind of breaks them. So, I don't know the exact problems because there's multiple videos, and I didn't watch the one about this exact problem because it was tied into this update. Because, excuse me, the newest version of the Fallout DLC is coming Q1 of next year. So they released an update with a teaser, and in doing so, they're also showing certain areas are going to be what they call instanced, because it's a multiplayer game, and to get NPC characters to be able to work with you, once you step into an area, you're corned off from everyone else in your squad, so you see the NPC and what you do, and whatever changes you make affect them.
You do you.
Yeah, and then when you leave, it was instanced to only you, so your homeboys see a different, instance, and whatever happens to them is different than what happens to you if they choose. Now, upon doing this update, Scott, follow would be followed didn't include new bugs. Well, yeah. Some players are discovering that reloading their weapons causes their defense stats to drop. This bug is pretty straightforward. A player reloads their weapon and then sees the defense stat for some of their legendary armor pieces take a nosedive. One guy showed it in real time.
So are they trying to work and trying to fix that shit or what?
I mean, they don't. I don't know if they've said anything here. Let me see. Said in Reddit that. By the way, Bethesda's trying to be transparent. They know people are commenting on message boards and on Twitter and everything, so they're being really responsive on like Reddit, and they have.
They'd probably know about that shit before anybody does, anyways.
Well, I mean, a lot of it they put it out, and we're the beta testers because I mean, yeah, they play the games, but they don't know exactly everything that's going on. I mean. And then,
I mean, that's true. When you have everybody play the game, they have a bigger chance of finding shit, because you can't have your whole company play all the games, all the time.
Right, they're too busy coding it and making it. And then the other thing is, they've realized that they weren't so transparent, so they've actually made an effort to be a little more transparent. Whenever they do an update, they do basically a patch notes or, a dev blog or whatever, and explain what happens in this new version and what bugs does it fix. And I mean, yes, it's sometimes they re-break stuff that was fixed, reintroduce the same bugs again and again. It's an old, engine. The engine they're using for Fallout 76 is the same one they used, several generations ago for an Elder Scrolls game. So they just made it prettier and able to function with multiplayer.
I like prettier.
Right. Was it at the beginning? Their armor stat is 519. They then fire some shots and reload. Seconds later, the armor stat is 414. Energy resistance drops by around 25% as well. Originally, it seemed like the new bug might be related to the patch fixing an issue with weapons that are supposed to boost defense after reloading. But players report similar issues even when just reloading film into the in-game camera. So, I mean, like they said, it's new. It's something they haven't done before. They're expecting there to be bugs. They want us to help them. I mean, they want to make money. Obviously. Yeah, they obviously want to keep making money. So, I mean, like right now, you can get a free-to-play weekend or whatever. Like a free trial, I guess. The thing is, like, the new DLC that's coming, Wastelanders, isn't going to be available for the free trial. So, you can try it, but then if you want to do more, you gotta buy it. But I mean, it's gonna be a work in progress. It's not like they only make RPGs or anything. This is new ground for them.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been a year or whatever. I've been enjoying it.
Now, why do you like you seem to be more into the Fallout 76 than you were into the 4. What do you think what makes it so much better?
Well, they're
basically the same engine, right?
Yeah, except this one's tweaked to be prettier.
Yeah.
And the map's bigger, and this time around my computer is more powerful for one. I've already played through a lot of the main quest on 4. Yes, there are mods to get some more playability out of it. But I mean, they each have their own charm. I just I don't know how much time I've sunk into the new game because it doesn't have a counter. Like Steam has a play counter. It tells you how many hours you put into a game. I don't launch 76 from Steam. I have it set up so I can, but I haven't been because I'm still afraid that when you launch it, it'll say, "Oh, you can't save anything unless you do it from our launcher or some bullshit like that."
Yeah.
Excuse me, but it's probably because it's getting the most support right now. 4 is an older game right now at this point, and you know the only support it's going to get it gets updates and it gets mods because there's Creation Club. So
Yeah.
I just excuse me. I've been enjoying it and seeing where it goes. So I don't know. I'll probably place 5 a lot more than I played 76. It depends. So anyway, your next story here is, and by the way, today is Friday the 13th in December.
Well, it was, yeah.
Shut up, Ted. No one's listening to shit the day of. They don't know what time it is. Poor Jason Voorhees is freezing his ass off right now.
Yeah.
The next Xbox has a name and a new design. Behold, 2020's Xbox Series X. Floyd is jizzing his pants, by the way.
Yeah.
I have an article. I'm just going to throw them both up here. Yours and mine. Excuse me while I whip this out.
Yeah. Well, basically, I included both of the 2 articles. The main thing that I thought was funny about it was oh shit. Yeah. It says the morning after meet Microsoft's PC like Xbox Series X and Samuel L. Jackson is inside your Echo.
Shh. Shh. That's in my what the fuck.
Sorry, I ruined it.
But yeah, you can use Samuel L. Jackson for $1.
Yep.
But they were like, "Oh no, that's a
Yeah, you
small
can play with
price
him
to
in the
pay."
game of rock, paper, scissors, I guess.
I mean, how are you gonna know? Do you gotta yell rock or scissors?
Yeah.
I wonder what he does if I ask him what's in your wallet.
Yeah. Yeah, me and my girlfriend watched he was in that movie Glass. It's
Yeah.
a sequel for, have you ever watched that Split movie?
My wife has. I'm aware it's based on Unbreakable, which I saw most of.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan. What a twist!
Yeah, she's also into that. We've been watching that Castle Rock show.
So is my wife.
Yeah.
Well, my wife watched it, and I saw the very last episode with her. And I was like, "So was it good?" And she goes, "I wouldn't say that. It's a lot. For what they did on that last episode, I'm glad I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Because that twist ending, I was like, really? Like 20 episodes to get to that?
Was she a Game of Thrones girl?
No. We never watched, neither of us ever watched that. I mean,
my girlfriend like that. She really was into that.
well, like, we really liked Haven, but Haven was only loosely based off of Stephen King. We actually talked about it right after she watched Castle Rock, because she's like, I don't know if I've ever read a Stephen King all the way through. She's like, because she saw a movie about one of his movies and got mad. Or actually, was it she read it or she either saw the movie or read the book and got mad at the fucking ending. She's like, he can't write an ending to save his life. I said, no. Even with that one that his son wrote the ending, that he, fucking sent it out basically, and had his son do it for him. He still couldn't get an ending. It sucked.
Yeah.
So I want to like it, but no.
Have you guys seen that that Doctor Sleep? It was basically a sequel for the Shining movie.
Oh no. Yeah, the son basically is the same as his dad.
It was an okay movie.
You saw it?
Yeah. Yeah, we went to the theater to watch it.
Oh. And it was just okay?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I've been getting into that Crisis on Infinite Earth with those DC shows.
I see.
It's like a crossover and stuff.
So,
Yeah, you're not really into the superhero shit that much, except for like the Guardians. Like,
I don't know.
Watchmen is pretty good too.
I get into stuff, but I don't know.
You're pretty particular about it. Like
I'm particular about
with it.
I'm very particular. What I like, I really like, and what I, don't like.
You take it or leave it.
Like Watchmen, I saw the movie and then I read the entire series in a night.
Yeah, what's going on with that TV series? I forgot.
That's
about
HBO, so I don't know.
Well, weren't you gonna try to watch it eventually?
I mean, maybe someday.
Yeah.
Not right now, but But what's up with this Xbox?
Disney Plus?
Oh, we have that. We talked about that before.
Yeah, you've been enjoying it.
Yeah, but what's up with the Xbox?
I don't know. Wish Floyd was here to jizz all over it.
Yeah, they previously known as Project Scarlet. He showed me a tweet where some guy was saying supposedly it's gonna be more powerful than a 2080 Ti, and all the comments are like, doubt.
It's got all those teraflopies though.
Microsoft is targeting a baseline 4K visual 60, but boasts that 120 frames per second gaming will be achievable with certain titles. I mean, remember the 360 was called the 360 because it was going to be called the 720, but it couldn't even do 720?
Yeah.
I mean, 4K 60 right now with the Xbox, One X or whatever the fuck it is, that's a laughable thought. I don't know.
There's
This
not
is
really any details on this. They just
saying,
put this
hey,
article on there that we're like, oh my god, we're jizzing our pants.
right? They want to get the fanboys ready for when they actually do announce some shit.
Yeah. And they don't even I don't think a lot of these articles, they don't even have like a unifying design for the picture, because I saw a couple different styles of the Xbox that it's supposed to be or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think some people will do like a concept type of thing for the picture. I mean, some of them could be like older leaked pictures or designs, but I don't think I've seen any like solid things. Like, I think it was the same for the PS5. I don't think there's any set in stone designs yet.
Austin Evans did a good thing about so they made a PC. Hold on just a second. Oh, Hey, I'm sorry. Can you do a brief intermission and let me take the dogs out real quick?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Please listen to Ian discuss stuff.
I like discussing stuff. Let me see. What can I talk about? Yeah. Um, I could. Let me see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do here? Now where is it? I think I'm gonna do. Let me do a screen share. Share screen. Uh, oh, never mind. Um, Let me see if I'll start on my 3D program. But yeah, I've been working on like a whole bunch of different types of designs for that I want to 3D print out. I mean, I've been working on some stuff for sure, like my parents, like I was saying. But yeah. Um. Oh yeah, shit. Let me. What happened to the screen here? No. Oh no. Uh oh. Oh. Uh oh. Let me see. Okay, so we're on full screen now. Let me see. Yeah, I love technology. Shit. Uh-oh. Let me see if I can do it on OBS. Window capture. I'm sorry for the dead air, guys. I'm trying to figure shit out. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see this on my 3D program now. I'm going to show you just some of the things that I was working on here. So basically, yeah, this was the thing I showed you that I was 3D printing for my parents to like extrude up, just like a little dough extruder thing. Yeah, basically I made these pieces. I made them to be like interlocking, kind of like a puzzle. Let me turn all this shit off here. So yeah, you can create like a grid of these. I have it made so that you can have like a end pieces and like a corner piece, and then eventually where it's just like a single one. But also let me see what else I have here. I've been working on. Oh yeah, I've been working on these LED connector things here. Like I have different things. These are like for different parts of like my LEDs strips. This is like for a 2-pin, 3-pin, 4-pin, 5-pin. So these are for like the strips that are gonna go in my computer. They're gonna I'm gonna have them be on like on these aluminum, like they're like these aluminum strips or whatever. And then these are gonna be for like my own custom made like LED, like RGB extension cords or whatever for different things. This is, like I said, 5-pin, 4-pin, 3-pin, 2-pin. I haven't printed any of these out yet, but I was basically gonna make it so that this is like a one piece, but like if I needed, like when I'm soldering and stuff, I might need to have it be where it's gonna be like half of it. It's gonna be like printed in 2 parts, and then I have like these little keys that are modeled in there so that like when I glued them together, they're gonna fit on top of each other. The reason I would do this, I guess, would be like if I needed to, it'd be easier for me to solder like the wires in on the connector and stuff. Whereas this, I'd have to have it be where it's like I'd have to put it on the wire first before I even solder, otherwise it wouldn't fit just from this side here. So I'd have to have it like in the middle of the wire or something. When both ends are soldered, you wouldn't even be able to get it on yet. But yeah, like when you're soldering the ends, you'd have to have this put it on the wire on like the cord ahead of time. But yeah, it took a while to model all this shit too, because like I have it modeled pretty detailed where I have these chanifers and stuff on it, and yeah, it's definitely like 3D modeling with like polygons and stuff is a lot harder. Like if you know about 3D models and shit and 3D printing and stuff, you'll know that like modeling with polygons is a lot harder to do than just like if you're doing it with like an AutoCAD or whatever, where you don't have to worry about geometry or topology or whatever. But since I come from like an animation modeling background, I tended to always like the polygon modeling. So yeah, let me see if there was anything else I could show you guys that I've been working on. Let me make sure what was this again? Oh yeah, that was for different audio things. I'm not sure if I showed you guys. I was working on this the housing for the Wi-Fi, like the LED, like it's like a module to control your LED strips with over Wi-Fi, but it wasn't for the addressable strips. It was just for like the analog kind. But I ended up I took it out of the housing so that I could add in my own like ports and stuff for it. So like I was gonna add in a DC port to it, and then like a 6-pin in there, because like I have like a mock-up modeled of this is just like the little chip or board or whatever, the Wi-Fi unit. But I took it out of it had a plastic casing around it already, but I took it out because like I wanted to add in this DC jack and this pin jack here, because otherwise you have to take the wires that you want to insert it in, and you have to like screw them down. I forget what kind of that was called, but it was like you strip the end of a wire and then you insert it in there, and then you like take a small screw and then you screw it in, and it like bites down on the wire. So yeah, but like I find it if I have this soldered, it'll be easier just to connect it, and it's a lot easier to connect something and then unconnect it really fast, you know. But yeah, like I have the housing all modeled and ready to be 3D printed and stuff. This actually took a while too. And this is like the top one here. Yeah. Yeah, a lot goes into this 3D modeling, guys. I mean, it takes a while to get this shit done, and like I'm really OCD about having things be perfect and everything, so yeah. And then I think I showed you guys before, but yeah,
Okay, I'm back.
Addressable RGB fan ring. But yeah.
Sorry, dog.
Yeah, what the hell, man? Oh yes. I have to max full screen your shared screen here. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to take dogs out poop.
They were probably like, no, I'm gonna take my time too. I want to have a comfortable poop, right?
Oh no! See, the thing is, it's rainy now, so they already went outside once when it was starting to get muddy, and now the one that wants to play the most said, "I'm gonna do figure eights around this mother." And then she was coming up to the other dog, like going, "Hey, you want some of this? You want some of this?" And the other dog's like, "Yeah, I want some of this." I'm like, "No, you fuckers, no, we're not rolling in the fucking mud right now."
Rolling.
Just like Josh Brolin's butthole, because he sunned his butthole once, and it got burnt.
Yeah.
You hear about that?
Oh no.
Yeah, the hippy dippy thing is like, "Oh yeah, son, your taint," and he's like, "Nah, I did that, son. Don't do it."
Oh. Yeah, I feel bad for that would suck being a dog, like a pet or whatever, trying to squat or lift your leg in a windshield, man.
Well, like
my butthole would be like contracted, man.
Well, our dogs like to run around in the mud, and they stick their head down in the dirt and chew on it, so they get mud on their chin, in their mouth, and then they want to run up against you and rub you. So, yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I love them, but no, stop that. Hold on, I gotta take my hoodie off. I'm hot now. Hold on.
Drop it like it's hot. Yeah, I forget, did we have any? That was my last article anyway, so do you even have any other articles to do? You probably could have ended it right there.
Okay, I'm back. I have to take my headphones off. You say something?
Yeah, I said that was my last article. Did you even have any articles left? Because we probably could have ended it right there anyways.
Well, hold on. I have
Hold on there, cowboy.
Hold on there, Scout.
Hold on there, Scout.
Why is it some shit like wants to take forever? Here we go. Elon Musk made a surprise appearance.
But
Oh,
yes,
fucking
you
hell.
are. Gatekeepers aren't allowing you access to their site.
Fucking hell. Hold on, I gotta pause it. Pause ad block.
Some people are just bitches, man, about that shit, dude. I know. We want money right now, bitch.
Oh, they want me to click the. Oh, fuck you with the. Don't run on this page. I'm not. No, I'm on unpause. Fuck you. Basically, Elon Musk made a surprise appearance at the gaming event to support his girlfriend Grimes. I'll bet you I can find a fucking article about it. Hold on.
Well, Did you find that article on your phone or whatever? That's how you were
Yeah.
looking in and shit.
Yeah, hold on.
Dude. Oh, dude.
So yeah, he gives his girlfriend a standing ovation at the Game Awards because she
Porn awards.
no, she did a song for Cyberpunk 2077, and she plays a character.
Yeah, are you looking forward to that game?
I mean, yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
not getting my hopes up of when the hell it's going to come out.
Right.
It might be 2077.
I know, right?
And it's funny because 2077 is the year in Fallout that the atomic bombs dropped.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well,
So
we got Cyberpunk. That's it's not actually a game coming out.
yeah, we'll play it until October, and then we'll fucking die. So yeah, there's that. And then I got my what the fuck stories. I had the Samuel L. Jackson arrives for Alexa devices, which you already ruined, motherfucker.
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw.
No. And then I have a what the fuck / Doug article, just because I wanted to see his reaction if he came on.
I invited him.
Turns out the new $6,000 Mac Pro isn't a good cheese grater.
Oh. It's
Before doing a teardown, I fixed to actually try grating cheese on the new Mac Pro. It didn't go well.
Well, the holes are bigger. You got to get like a giant thing of cheese.
Oh,
Oh, it's a video on there.
yeah, I'm getting to the. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's just kind of sitting in there. So yeah, that was my last article.
Yeah.
The end.
The end.
Doubles, dub bears.
Go Bears. But yeah, I still got to do some shopping though. I
Yeah?
gotta do some Christmas shopping and shit. I was able to give my sister wanted a, like a pretty cheap like PlayStation 2. That's what she wanted for Christmas, I guess. And then I think my brother he's asking my parents for a AR for Christmas actually.
AR.
Yeah, an AR-15
Oh.
because he's into the hunting and shit.
Oh.
You know that man shit, Frank.
No, I don't care about that shit.
Yeah, so maybe I might ask my dad if I can get him some like accessories or something, maybe some ammo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told him too, like, I got a 3D printer, and with those 3D printers you can print like those lower receivers or whatever to make it like a semi-automatic thing.
And he said, "Nah, son.
No, he was excited. He was like, "Oh yeah,
Let's put that on there and blow it up."
yeah." Yeah, a lot of those three model sharing websites like Thingiverse and shit are they're like they take that shit down like in an instant.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's where you found some of that Fallout shit. You were asking like, "Hey, can you print this giant box in like a 3D printer?"
Well, like a lot of the stuff is there. Like I just want to make a shelf.
No, dog, that shit's bigger than my 3D printer.
Right. Well, like they make hold on, I'll show you.
I was thinking like you could 3D print out like the logos and shit that you would put on there, but yeah, the box you might would actually want to do in some kind of material
Yeah,
like wood or
the one
something.
guy made well, the one guy made it in pieces. Oh, hey, they got a check this out. But Bethesda has a deal. They're like, spend $50 and add an endurance bobblehead to your cart for free.
Hmm?
Because get it, you had the endurance to do $50 worth of shopping.
Right.
But yeah, the shelf. Here we go. Damn, out of stock. Okay. The screen share. And of course, I can't zoom enhance. I gotta. Okay. Well, yeah, this
Oh
little.
no, fuck you.
Yeah, this shelf, which I'll bet this is just like a vinyl or a sticker, probably not even like carved into the fucking plastic.
Yeah.
But there's little circles, see, where you put the fucking bobbleheads so they don't rattle around,
Yeah.
and like to buy it with the bobbleheads is $125, and if you just buy the stand, it's $20. And like I said, yeah, silkscreen logo made of wood,
Wood.
and it's fucking. I mean, it's sold out, so people bought the shit out of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as cool as the um, like where's the one in let me find the one, the 3D printed one. I was it Yegi? Yeah, I don't know why people would 3D print their own actual bobbleheads when it's like, okay, just fucking buy the damn thing. Um, but yeah, like this, really, that's as big as. Why bother completing full thing if I had to zoom? But yeah, I mean, this one, you get multiple ones, right?
Yeah.
And the actual Voltec logo is like raised.
Yeah. See
They did a shit job on
that
paint, but
the raised part that'd be easier to 3D print in like the side skirt thingies.
yeah, you can see here where he glued it together.
Yeah.
And I don't know why he didn't make it like he made it look brand new, which is stupid because nothing in Fallout is brand new. Oh, look, here's where they stuck it together. You can see the actual pieces.
Yeah, that'd be a shit load. That would probably take a couple weeks of just having your printer running straight.
Excuse me.
Because like, for example, this you see this little thing that I printed out for my parents. This took like a couple hours just for this little guy.
Let me see it again.
Just this little thing here. This it took like an hour and a half or something like that.
Hmm.
Like for bigger things, I guess. I mean, I did. It took a while because I put it on like a finer detail setting. But like for the large shit, I guess you could make it go faster. I don't know what the settings were on his thing, but and what kind of printer he had to print it out. But yeah, it would take forever unless if he had one of those giant ones, I guess.
Mm.
And yeah, trying to figure out how to. That's probably like a puzzle trying to figure out how to glue the pieces together. You know.
Right. Well, he had the little map on how he did it.
Yeah, you'd have to read the instructions. That's for sure.
Hold on.
There's probably a shitload of nuke models and shit.
Reset to the proper size. See, ooh. See, in game, there's a bobblehead stand. Of course, I gotta fucking zoom again, enhance. You can see it's all rickety looking. But it's actually a big ass shelf. But that's what the 3D model one looks like.
Right.
Some guy has this in his home. Which, honestly, that's what mine will look like eventually. That big ballpoint in the back, I actually have that on my tower right now.
Nice.
I didn't think about, like... I was like, why do they make a Nuka-Cola bobblehead stand? Because, that doesn't make sense. Well, I didn't realize they make miniature Nuka-Colas. Because, they're the rocket-shaped bottles.
Yeah.
Now I fucking want to buy the sons of bitches. God damn it, Bethesda. See, the whole point is supposed to be a parody of, a marketing tool, and he's exactly what he's a parody of.
Yeah.
And God damn it.
Damn it, Bobby.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here before we go down a rabbit hole, right?
Yeah, because I want to get some gaming in before Monday morning.
Yeah. It would be nice.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Yeah. Well, anyways, thanks for coming on the show, dog.
Oh yeah, been a pleasure.
It's okay, Frank. I know it wasn't.
Shut up.
No, just wasn't.
Shut up.
But, anyways, thanks anybody who's listening or who will listen eventually someday. Still waiting.
Right.
But yeah, peace.